All right, well, welcome to another day in the life of DJ, the DJ being me. It's Wednesday, October 16th. And so I'm getting caught up on a lot of work today. There's going to be some changes I'm not fully ready to announce in the DJ Bretley schedule starting next week. But yep, I'm making some changes in my booking and venues I'll be at. So some of you will be able to see me at some different venues very shortly. But yeah, so today, being Wednesday, I'm at the Driftless Arcade later tonight. But for now, it's 9:20 in the morning, and I'm getting through the remainder of my work notes. Things I have to change. For example, Murray's on Main, I spoke to them last week, and they want me to contact them about doing some of their events for 2020. Yeah. So then my music book that I use for playing music, I'm going to be taking on an open mic very soon. Doing an open mic once a month on guitar. Yep, somebody said I should be playing some more guitar, and that being said, I'm going to start playing once a month over at Grounded in downtown La Crosse hosting their open mic. I'm quite looking forward to do that, so yours truly gets to fix his music book, which he dropped. Now, another thing I get to do today is because I work over at the Driftless Arcade, I think we're having sound issues, but I want to ask the person who installed the system what it's all set up with and how their bi-amp works. Now, another thing you'll see is KFC refund. I made the mistake last night of, after taking Mira to see the Addams Family, of going to KFC for dinner because I just didn't want to cook. And it was quite possibly the worst decision I've made in a long, long time. What's up, Mike? So I have to call them and let them know that their food was trashed last night. And I want a refund. I've got a bucket full of food I don't even want to eat. It was so bad. But that's another thing on the list. And then further on, I've got to sort Mira's clothes. We've been pulling clothes out of her closet lately, and she's just sprouted like a weed. Now, another thing I wanted to do was clean my desktop and my folders on it. I've got so much stuff I've downloaded in the past couple weeks I've got to sort through. I've got to run to the bank to cash check. That's one of my clients I have to do some work for. Then I want to add something to my contract because lately I've booked myself at some wild weddings, and I just want it to be a little bit more in depth. In my contract for weddings and whatnot, I have a clause that if anything happens to my gear, you need to replace it in 24 hours or pay the deductible on it for my insurance. However, I've seen beer cans flying recently, and some really obnoxious drunken antics that have kind of put a little fear into me. So there's two things I'm actually doing. One is I'm adding a clause in my contract that if anything happens that I deem unfit or unsafe, that, I'm going to pull the plug unless you can rectify the problem. And then part two of that, I'm actually going to be ordering myself a DJ stand, something to get me off the ground for weddings by about 18 inches. So the average person has to come to the side of the booth to talk to me unless they're over 6.5 feet tall. All right, now, something I've run into that I'm doing a little bit more of the all ages thing again. I've got to find my top clean tracks and update my clean chart folder for this year and last year. And then I got to call my landlord, who I've already done, for a friend because the apartment upstairs in my house is open for rent. Yep, Mike, I caught that, and I'm pretty upset with KFC. I am not just going to randomly throw it away because, here, I used to be a vegan. I was for a few years, and if anybody looks at my left hand, you'll see a green line that used to be the vegan V on my hand. But I won't throw an animal away. I'll suffer through it and try to eat it unless it gets me sick. But I'm calling KFC because I want a refund. Now, the next thing is I've got to fix my speaker grills. On my the speakers I use as floor monitors, I've torn them up in the past couple of years. The screws have popped out, and occasionally I use these for ceremonies. So I got to clean those speakers up and get them working or looking good again. Now, over the weekend, yours truly had so many gigs last weekend that I've got cables in every wrong possible container. So I got to get all my cables sorted out. And then I want to check my DMX numbers on all of my lights just to make sure I didn't screw them up. I think I may have because a couple weren't responding accordingly. Then I've got something I've been wanting to do. I've got 2 picture frames I bought to add pictures to this wall, the wall of the fam. So I bought 2 pictures of Mira or her and me to put on that wall from this year. All that stuff up there is from last year, and I haven't had a chance to put anything else up. Now moving into a house, I got to put all my storm windows in and all that good stuff this week. And I got to redo my basement window in this house. Yeah, call me Mr. Fix-It. And then on top of all of that, I got myself notes and top of notes in this notebook. But I want to get back to the DJ list of the things I got to do this week. So far this week, I've gotten through all my email and every one of my accounts and all my social media accounts. I've done my follow-ups with brides. Now, another thing I did this week was I was the featured DJ at the Cooley Dream Wedding Expo last week. And so they sent me their list. And looking at this list, I went through it yesterday and highlighted all the weddings that I could possibly take on in yellow. I've emailed them all. And some of these are people that I spoke to at the wedding. Some didn't show, some did show. But I've had some good success. I've spoken to 4 extra people about 2020 and 2021 for the DJ thing. So I've hit all that up yesterday, and I'm talking to them again. Now, for this weekend, so that was following up all my leads and follow up with my booked weddings. These are the remaining weddings I have for 2019 right here. Every one of them I've hit an email to make sure I have all their song stuff. If I don't, hey, just send it on over to me. The next thing I'm going to do is go through this weekend's one more time, and I will prepare my scripts for the weddings. Whatever they may be, I don't wing anything I'm doing at a wedding. I want you to need, any announcement. I don't want to stumble and screw up on my words. I did once this year. It was so damn embarrassing, but the entire wedding laughed about it because it was a very Freudian slip. But nevertheless, I don't like leaving anything to chance. And I actually screwed up with a script in my hand. God help me. So I still try to script everything. Now, other things I got to do is back up my hard drives. Since tonight I have weddings this weekend, I'm going to plug both my drives in and back them all up. So if I have an incident like I did DJing a wedding last September, where one of the people that were at the wedding as I was setting up got there early, but almost fell over. And rather than let them fall, I helped catch them and in turn lost my hard drive. It ruined. I had to do the entire wedding on the fly. I had all their songs saved on my computer, but nevertheless, it was a pain. So I always back my hard drives up once a week, every week if I can. Now, from there, I'm going to work on my music this week. I need to update charts because, like I said, I've got some changes coming to the DJ Bretley schedule, and I need to update my charts just a little bit better. But it also helps when you update your charts and music. You learn all the new tracks, and it keeps your sets fresh and new. As a DJ, I talk about this constantly, knowing your music inside and out. From the intro to the outro, to where drops come, to where to throw a new drop in and whatnot in songs. So, music I will be working on today and tomorrow. Then going through all the Facebook groups and bumping up my posts for the wedding groups, because that Facebook is a great form of free advertising. And if it wasn't for Facebook, I don't think I'd be doing this well on the wedding aspect of the DJ thing. From there, yes, I will hit up all the drag shows. I make mashups. If you want me to do a mashup for you, by all means, hit me up. I know my pricing for mashup will come in way cheaper than a lot of DJs, even some in this town. So I'll make your mashup and I'll be cool about the pricing. If you own a venue or you're a drag queen that books me to a venue, you already know I will do your mashup and hook you up. So then from there, I will go to the Facebook sale pages for 2 reasons. One, you never know if you'll see a DJ post from somebody, hey, I need a DJ. But B, I am always looking to upgrade my gear. Not to mention, I'm always looking for new sites to join for the DJ thing. Then from there, I've kind of caught up my booking this week, but I've got ideas I do need to pitch at people. Not to mention, I want to look at my calendar and make sure there's no dates I've missed for 2021. Now, I've been a little lax on it, but I do need to update all my social media posts for the week, which is something that I'm very conscientious about. And I've got my posters done. I've got all my events caught up, except for my new gig, which I won't be announcing officially until next week. Then from there, I want to clean all my gear off. It's been a long 3 weeks from spills and clubs and all that. To me, just not being very conscientious about when I break down, I got to clean all my gear and cables. Something else I've been working at, and I'm going to hit them up this week, is sponsorship for the DJ thing. And here's the thing. A lot of people are looking for money and all sorts of other stuff with their sponsorships. I'm looking for 2 things from a sponsor. One, a poster that them and I come up with together that advertises and promotes both of us, that I can just write in and hand to every club. So it's a uniform poster. You know that, say for example, XYZ company is sponsoring me, but also I work with them, and then I can just hand them all to my venues. The other thing I want from them is swag to throw out, be it koozies, be it stickers. I need a conversation topic at a venue. Therefore, I'm going to ask for koozies, stickers, shirts, anything I can give away. And I do ask the venues I'm DJing at as well. If you got stuff I can throw out from the DJ booth, not away, but throw out and talk about it. Hey, listen up, bitches, I'm throwing away free shirts. Look up in the air now. Something like that. It gives me more to talk about and helps me build a rapport with the venue and its attendance.